All right, so in this video, we're going to use SOHCAHTOA once again to find the measures of side lengths. If you want to pause the video momentarily and just kind of get a good triangle drawn out so you can follow along with me. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. The difference for these examples is that in this set, the variable is going to end up on the bottom of the ratios that we're going to be writing here. So that's going to impact things just a little bit here. All right, so let's get started. So remember how we were considering we are given this angle, we have these two sides. So we need to think which trig ratio from SOHCAHTOA should I use based on what I've been given. So if this is my angle, this is what I'm considering as my theta. Think about what side is 15. Is that the opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? Well, it's across from the angle, so that's going to be my opposite side. X is which side? Opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? It's across from the right angle, so that's the hypotenuse. I've got hypotenuse and opposite together, so that's going to mean I'm using the SO for sine. So I'm going to start by writing my equation, just like the last examples. Sine of my angle, 33 degrees, equals my opposite over my hypotenuse. And be careful, in this case, you should end up with X on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to switch colors here just to show you what happens next. So because I have X on the bottom, in order to solve, I need to get rid of having X in the denominator of this fraction. So I'm going to multiply by X. Okay, that would cancel out here, and I'd end up with X sine of 33 equals 15. Well, now I want to get rid of sine of 33 because that's what's with X. Well, this is being multiplied, so how do we get rid of multiplication? We divide. Sine of 33. So that would cancel out here. So what you end up with is just X equals 15 divided by the sine of 33. So I should do 15 divided by sine 33. And I'll get what that's equal to there. And if I look at my calculator there, it says 27.54. 4 is not going to change the 5. So I would say X is equal to 27.5. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so in this case, I've got this angle, these two sides. This is my theta. Let's see, what sides do I have here? Well, X is going to be my hypotenuse because it's across from my right angle. 36, is that my opposite or my adjacent? Because this is already my hypotenuse. Well, this side over here that I don't have any information about, that would be my opposite side. This is the one that's right next to my angle, so that's adjacent. All right, adjacent and hypotenuse, what should I use? I look back at SOHCAHTOA. Adjacent hypotenuse is CA for cosine. So I'm going to write cosine of my angle, 43, equals adjacent over hypotenuse, 36 over X. All right, once again, multiply by X. Those cancel. X cosine of 43 equals 36. And then divide by cosine of 43 so that it'll cancel out over there. You may be noticing what's essentially happening is your X and your cosine of 43 are essentially switching places. X should end up over here by itself. 36 is still on top, and then we just divide by cosine of 43. All right, so then I type that into my calculator to figure out what X equals. 36 divided by cosine of 43. And what do I get there? I get 49.22, and that 2 doesn't bump that up, so I'm going to keep it at that. All right, last but not least down here, I've got this angle. This is going to be the opposite side. I don't have the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse down here, so I'm not going to be needing to use that. This is going to be my adjacent side here. If I think back to SOHCAHTOA, opposite and adjacent, that's going to be tangent. If I'm not using the hypotenuse, I can't use either of those two. So I'm going to say tangent of my angle, 72, equals opposite, 2.5, over adjacent, over my hypotenuse. I think that was 25, not 2.5, sorry. All right, multiply by x. Divide by tangent of 72. And then 25 divided by the tangent of 72 equals 8.1. And that 2 does not bump it up. All right, so that would be my answer there. Next, you're going to be trying 3 practice problems. That'll be very similar to these. Good luck.